The month of Ramadan is one of the pillars of Islam. There's five pillars of Islam, and this is one of the big ones that Muslims around the world celebrate together. Um, Islam is on the lunar calendar, so it's different than the Gregorian calendar, which means there's different months. And right now we're in the month of Ramadan. We're like 10-ish days in, which means that Muslims all around the world are fasting from sunrise to sunset, which means no food, no drink, no sexual activity, and from like sunrise to sunset. And the bigger part of fasting is the food and drink part, but fasting is a way of life. It's about how you carry yourself, how you treat each other, the words you're saying, what you're watching, what you're listening, what you're speaking. And it's a communal thing where people come together and they are spending their meals together. They are talking about how their day was, how their fast was, and this month is of self reflection about how you are as a person or as a Muslim in the other months of the year, and how you are supposed to be on the road to like God and the road to the correct way of life. So what you basically do is you try to do more acts of good deeds, giving charity, giving to the poor and needy, helping people who need help, and you are supposed to, if you're above 14 years of age, you're supposed to fast all 30 days with exemption. If you are sick, if you're pregnant, if you're traveling, there's all these exemptions that people don't have to fast. And if you do, let's suppose, miss a fast or break a fast, you can always make up for it after the month of Ramadan, any day before the next Ramadan shows up. And at the end of these 30 days after the month of Ramadan, we have Eid, which we call our Christmas, which is basically a 3-day celebration of, just the month that we had together, and trying to not go back to our old selves, the one we were before Ramadan, but trying to stay true to that path that we took and to stay true to our faith.
No, we practice that back home. And that's where I started. And then here at Knox, this I'm doing as a personal choice. Well, back home it was as a personal choice for me as well. Just because I come from a family where they don't like necessarily put too much pressure on us. But I think it's an expectation as a Muslim that you have to like do. Obviously, as kids, we don't have to do it. I think as teenagers, that's when you like have to start actually doing it. As a Muslim, it's a mandatory kind of thing that Muslims have to do because there are 5 pillars of Islam, and one of them is fasting during the month of Ramadan. The other ones consist of praying and then giving alms to the poor, and there are 2 more, but this is a part of it, and it comes in the pillar of what a true Muslim should be, or what it looks like. So when I was a kid, I used to pray and also fast a little bit, maybe I'll fast for 1 day, or we would fast for the half day. And it's all about the intentions as when you're kids, right? Because you don't know how it's done, how to do it. So I think I full on started doing it when I was 8 years old. Full on for the whole day, right? And then for the whole month, I think as a teenager, I would just fulfill it throughout the whole month. But as girls, when we are on our menstrual cycle, we don't have to fast. So if we don't fast during the month of Ramadan, we can make up for those fasting days that we missed at the end of Ramadan after Eid, which is our celebration that we do.
I think it is proven by fact that Ramadan is good for you, good for the body to filter out all the toxins. And fasting is good for you because you are a different person all by yourself. You're more patient. You don't take people's anger that easily. You are calm. You know that, and because you haven't had anything to eat or drink, you're a different person completely. So I won't necessarily go out to my friend's place where I'm going to talk all day, or I won't necessarily go out and play a game of soccer because I know that, I haven't had any food or drink, so I should stay with myself. And if I'm all by myself alone, I'll be bored. So I'll say, might as well pray, might as well read the Quran, or might as well, call home, keep in touch with family, ask them how their fast is going. So it all plays in your way and plays in your favor, that it all ends up being self-reflection at the end, where you plan your day like, oh yes, the sleep cycle is ruined, and with us being in school, it's different because we have exams. When am I going to study? When am I going to sleep? I haven't had food all day. I don't have energy to study. So what am I going to do? So that's kind of a struggle. But other than that, it's fun. It's what you make of it. It's the attitude. Being home is very different than what it is here, and obviously the situation we are in right now, it's very, very different, but it is what it is, and we're making the best of it.
We open our fast with dates because our last prophet Muhammad, he used to open his fasts with dates. So it's a sunnah for us.
So I'm supposed to pray 5 times a day. I hope my mom's not watching this, but I try to pray 5 times a day still.
So during Ramadan, we only get to eat from sunset till sunrise, right? So the whole day from sunrise to sunset, we do not eat anything. We don't eat any food. We don't even drink water. And we're obviously expected to pray all 5 times throughout the day. And after sunset, we open our fast. Preferably with dates. That's something sweet, and dates is a very good way to also like break your fast, because it's a very good source of energy. And then from sunset to sunrise, you get to eat anything. Sunrise is what we call sehri, so that's the time that we are going to eat a lot, and then like kind of prepare our bodies to not eat throughout the day. So that's how we do it here as well.
It's according to the sun. Like back in the day, it was according to the sun, but where I think it's like the noon prayer is when my shadow is double my height or something like that, when we didn't have clocks and watches and all that. But now you have an app, so the app tells you can pray now, you can't pray now. But if I could give a rough time of when, first one would be the sunrise prayer, which is 4:30 to 5:30, 6:30, whatever, and then the second one would be noon to 3, and then 4:45 to 6:30, and then 8 to 9:30. So these are the windows that I'm saying that this starts there and it's end there, so you can pray anytime between that window. So usually in the past years, in the 3 years that I have been at Knox, we have worked hard with the campus, with the CAF, with Bon Appetit to have Ramadan in our favor. My first year, there was no planning at all. We used to cook for ourselves so one thing I should mention before that is Ramadan works on the lunar calendar, which means it comes back 10 days each year. The idea behind that is that once in a person's lifetime, you will experience Ramadan, because days are coming back 10 days, you're experiencing Ramadan in the summer, in a winter, in the spring, so every weather in different parts of the world. So I remember 5 years ago, it was winter in Pakistan, we would have Ramadan. Like even here, in the next 4 years, Ramadan will be in winter term. In the next year, all of spring term will be in Ramadan. So it comes back every year to give you the experience of all of it. So in the past, I think my freshman year, we only had 3 fasts on campus. So we got together ourselves, cooked for ourselves. It was fun coming together. But the next year, my sophomore year, was when it was hard, because 10 more fasts are in the term, and we have school, we have exams, finals week, what are we supposed to do? So we worked with campus, and which is something that I really appreciate that they did. They basically catered meals for us. So if the CAF closes 7:30, we would go to the skylight room, and they would have a buffet system for us where they catered for us. We gave them our own recipes, how to make it as homey or as Islamic as possible, and they catered to their ability. Same thing happened junior year, where we are going to Skylight Room, and it was a big hit. Ramadan was a big hit that Knox students did not go to the CAF, they came to Ramadan because we had food that was seasoned better. And this year with COVID, we were looking forward to spending all of Ramadan and even Flunk Day in Ramadan, but we have been affected greatly. All of Muslims around the world have been affected greatly, where we aren't experiencing Ramadan the same way. We're supposed to come together, get together, share our food, share our experiences about what we did during the day, and pray together and remember God together. But now it's like me by myself at my house, cooking for myself, cleaning for myself, doing everything by myself, which is boring. That's not how it's supposed to be, but we have no other choice. And campus has been more than open-hearted to still provide meals for us. Yes, it's not, we can't come together and eat, but I can still go, and I can, when I don't feel like cooking, when I'm tired, when I'm not having a great fast, I can go and I can ask them for a meal, and they can give it to me. So, which is something we all really appreciate.